Okay, welcome guys to Intro to Money Workbook. And I'm starting a money workbook, read, facilitate, do the tools, whatever you want to call it. Today, I'm starting the WhatsApp group today where we're going to be. I did this like last year. I did a WhatsApp group on audio, and I realized that it was such a contribution because it was a daily reminder to use the tools with the money workbook. And it is such an amazing workbook. If you guys just Google it, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you guys have seen it. But it's called How to Become Money Workbook by Gary Douglas, and it has got these awesome questions. The first one we're going to be doing today, because it's a lot about definitions. And if you've heard the conversation going on in Access about definitions, it's amazing how we use definitions to create problems with money and business and relationships too, body too, whatever, everything in your life. Hi, Sunena. With everything, really. Like, I love to say that nothing in your life is independent of the other. And your life is your business too, like Simone Melissa says. I love that quote of hers, that your life is your business, guys. And however much you want to delineate, separate your business and money situation with the other things in your life, it really doesn't work like that. And we're going to be talking a little about that too today. So what I want to do today is do the first question from the money workbook, which is, what is money? And actually, what I wanted to do was, what does money mean to you, really? I don't know which question that is. It's one of the questions, probably. But what does money mean to you? And are you guys interested in any of that stuff? Or am I just humoring myself and saying that people are interested in money, people are interested in creating more money? Sometimes it's a big lie you feed yourselves when you say everyone's interested in creating more money. Not necessarily. So, yeah. So, what are the definitions that you've given money? What does money mean to you? What is money? What is it actually that you think it is that it is not? What is it not that you think it is? And how many definitions of money, with money, do you have in place that does not allow you to receive it? But are any of you guys interested in creating money? Or no? So all the ones who have the camera on are going to get money right away. All the cameras on. Sunena does. Yay. There, Ninu does. Renu does. Who else? Okay, guys. There, Gayatri does. All right. Awesome. So you guys do want money. So you have to be willing to be seen, guys. If you're not seen, how will money find you? Right? So everything that is and everything that brought up, will you destroy and uncreate it all right away? Times a godzillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Cool. So this is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. I'm sure you're aware of that. And what else? Hi, Hansini. Nice to see you. Money can find you too now.
Same here.
All right. Awesome. The car is shaking too much, says Renu. Okay, no problem. You're going to get money anyways, right? You showed your face. So let's see if you can come on again, please. It'll be nice. And money can keep finding you. All right. So, yeah. So, are you guys aware of what the money workbook is really? Do you know what it is about? And that Gary says that doing it 100 times is actually going to create 100 million for you. So we're going to be doing it twice in 15 days. I'm going to be doing a lot of like calls on this and daily tools and how much fun it's going to be. So what do you want to talk about today? What do you want to change today? And how many definitions of money are you willing to let go of today? Any questions? Everything that is, everywhere you put yourself in a blank spot whenever someone starts to talk about money, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Or are you like actually see the blank looks on your faces like, what do I talk about money? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all? Right, yes. Good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyond. Then also tell me, guys, were you allowed to talk about money when, like, since as long as you can remember? Or is it like a total taboo to talk about money? You don't tell people how much you're earning. You don't put it up. You don't ask. It's rude to talk about money. How many such points of views do you have about money? And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate at all times of Godzilla? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys and beyonds. All right. So, what is money, guys? What is money? Come on, let's have some points of view so we can clear them today. Come on, what is money? None of you know what money is, right? You're on the wrong call. Because this call is about money. So, what is money?
Tough, exciting.
Yeah, you can actually start writing it down here. So, what are your 3 points of views about money? What is money? What shows up? And you don't have to think. You can probably just put it down there in the comment section. That's fun because then it's going to stay there and I can clear it for you today. What is money? Yes, Geetu. Don't raise your hand. We're not too many people here, so you can just probably say what you want to say. And when more people come in, then probably you can raise your hand. Okay. Go ahead.
Where do we comment exactly?
Sorry?
Where do we comment exactly?
Sorry, what?
Where's the commenting done in the Zoom calls?
Oh, there has to be a chat section down there where it says mute, invite, right? Can you see a chat button there?
I'm not able to find one.
Right at the bottom of. Are you on the phone or are you on the?
Yeah, on the tablet.
On the tablet. So maybe what you need to do is swipe across screens. And you'll find something that says chat there or more there, M-O-R-E, go to that, something like that.
Check the participants.
Or you can. Sorry, what? Who's that? Please just can you please just state your name before you say, because that'll help. Money is, I have some points of views here. Hansini, you can just tell me, I can type it out here if you want, if you have a problem finding that chat.
Okay, fine. Money is freedom.
Okay, Hansini says freedom and
tool to have fun.
Fun. Tool to have fun. Okay, anyone else? Other guys can type.
Okay.
If you can't type, then I'll type it for you. Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, Geetu, go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't have any points about money, but yeah, there are sometimes that I feel that money could be sometimes spoiling relationships. Like, you see this reality where brothers is fighting about money. So sometimes I kind of, sometimes money gets a little, but otherwise generally I don't have any point of view.
Brilliant. So there is a point of view there that you're saying you not have a point of view about, that money is something that causes disrupted relationships.
That's what I'm seeing around lately. So probably I'm wondering.
Yeah, but you're seeing that because that is how the reality functions. But if that is the problem, the way when we see things happening around us, we kind of tend to buy them as real. Right? But if you are interesting point of view with it, there is this tool in Access which is called interesting point of view. Have you guys heard about it?
Yep.
So if you are interesting point of view about, oh, cool, this is how this particular person is operating around money. What we tend to do is we give all of these things to money as if money was something that is creating it. Is money creating it, or are people who are using money in that way creating it?
The cause is like money because everybody wants to have their share, and then because of the share they get into the rut of who gets more and who gets less.
Right. But is money really the cause there? That is how the money workbook operates. Okay, when you say money is the cause for it, now is that a question or is that a statement? It's like saying that, okay, this person loves me, that person loves me, that person loves me. So there are 10 people who love you and care for you, and they all start fighting over you. And then you're torn between who to care for, who not to care for. So are you the cause of that situation, that problem? Is the relationship the cause of that problem, or is it the way people think and the points of views that they have about you, about what love is, about how everybody wants to be around you, how you should be caring for them, blah, blah?
Brilliant.
Would you like to be blamed and be called the cause for all the disrupt that goes around you in such a situation? So why would money like to be called the cause of any and all of these things? Money says, I am what I am. Like, how you treat me and what you use me for is entirely up to you. Whether you want to have me or not is entirely up to you. So if you were having a conversation with money, what would that be?
So
Just play with that.
contribution can
views on chat.
hello.
Sorry?
What contribution can people?
Your voice is not very clear, Gitu.
I said, what contribution can you be to people when they are having a dispute about money? And they could have it in a much peaceful way.
Well, are they asking you for contribution?
Not direct. If somebody close, you would like to contribute.
You would like to, but are they willing to receive it? And you would like to for what reason? Because you think you know better than them? Because you have a point of view that upset is not good? Because you have a point of view that they should be talking nicely to each other? And there's no point of view there, is it? Is there? Right? So that is how all of these points of views kind of just lead to these things that we tend or pretend to make real. None of it is real, really. Right. So does that help, Gitu? So everything this conversation brought up for you guys, will you please just go in and create it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, for and pork, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. So,
One last thing, Shweta.
yeah.
One, please. What do you do in a situation when you're operating always from abundance and the other person is always operating from lack?
You let them operate from lack and you keep operating from abundance. That's a choice.
Easier said than done.
Sorry, what?
Easier said than done.
Yeah, nobody said it was going to be easy.
Makes you climb the wall.
Yeah. So you climb the wall, but let them choose what they choose. The problem is that we try to make it better for other people who don't want it better, probably. Or we decide what is going to be better for them.
But what if it's a war between ease and easy then?
Absolutely. Ease and easy are not the same things. So where have you guys defined ease as easy and easy as ease? And everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, bad, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Sorry, what?
Could you elaborate on the difference of the two?
Yeah, ease is, everything comes to me with ease, even if it's something that does not seem easy, that is uncomfortable. Now, would you classify uncomfortable as easy or easy?
Uncomfortable as easy, no.
Well, uncomfortable can be something that is a new space for you, that might be creating change for you, that might be bringing in more abundance for you, but it still is uncomfortable because you're not used to that space. Now, when I say all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory, the ease there means, okay, however uncomfortable it is, please let it come to me with ease.
Okay.
And that doesn't have to be easy.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to create a new business, if I'm trying to create more money, if I'm trying to do something that no one's ever done before, it might not be easy, but all of the things that seem to be difficult in this reality, I could handle with ease, even if it seems uncomfortable, even if it seems stressful, even if it seems as if it's going to create anxiety.
Okay.
Right? Does that help?
Yes, lovely.
All right. Everywhere you have defined ease and easy one more time, and easy as ease, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Times are concept. Right and wrong, bad, pot and pork, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So there are these awesome tools, like Interesting Point of View is a tool that the Money Workbook has. There are all of these other tools that we're talking about as and when your points of view come up, like we just did. And so many times it is while we're having these kind of conversations, we realize, oh, I have this point of view about money. I didn't even know that. When someone else is saying something, you realize, oh, that. And when one person clears it, when one person lets it go, it clears off so many other points of views for other people, not only the ones that you're connected to directly, like Geeta was saying, it's indirect also. So if you let go of a point of view, maybe if you let go of a point of view that I need to help these guys in a relationship, they might just stop creating the problem. Because you have a point of view that I got to help them, so they have to create a problem for you to help them because they love you or they care for you. So they have to give you what you want.
Shweta, we've written the points of views. Can you read it?
Sure. You want to clear them. You're in a rush. Sure. All right. So everything that.
Your video is still. I can't see.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. I said your video was still.
Ah, okay. Now can you see me?
Yes, yes.
All right. So what is money? Money is running. That's yours. The first one. Money is running. What do you mean? Now I know why you want to start with this.
Slips out.
Oh, like that.
Goes away.
Okay. So what point of view do you have there when you say it slips out? That it comes in slower than it goes out, or it goes in faster than it comes in?
Yeah. It goes out faster than it comes in.
All right. So everything that is will you destroy and uncreate all.
Yes.
Right on good bad, Workbook, online shorts, boys and beyonds. And where do you buy that point of view from?
I had messaged you, I think, privately that, whenever I have...
Oh, those were your questions that I said I'm going to take up. We can do it now.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing it up because I didn't see your photograph, so I didn't realize it was you. Sorry.
Okay.
Awesome. So we can take that up now. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I've jotted them down. Tell me.
Yeah, okay. So whenever I get calls from clients, I'm a makeup artist.
Right.
So before they get into conversion, they back out. In the last moment, they just back out. Like even for tradings and even for makeup, like finalization.
Okay.
They'll like it, they'll come, they'll fix the day, they'll give me advance, and then very next moment they'll back out for some reason. I don't know.
Okay. So then do they ask you for their money back? Do you give them back or do you hold it or do you?
No. I don't hold. I give it back because I always feel if they are willing to, then I would be more happier doing it.
That is an interesting point of view. So you don't want to make people up who don't want to get made up. And how many people want to look pretty? How many people have that point of view that I want to be seen the way you guys don't want to switch on your cameras? I don't know what point of view you have that you don't want to be seen. Probably you're not well dressed, or I just have this morning look, or I'm doing something in the kitchen that nobody should see. So if you have all of these points of views, are you really willing to show up with your business? Are you willing to be seen as who you are? And how many people actually want to be seen? You do, but not everyone does. So you have a point of view. So how many of you have the point of view that everyone is like you, by the way? And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all? Right, wrong, good, bad, Workbook, online shows, boys and beyond. Now, when you have a point of view that other people are like you, you assume that they function the way you function.
Yeah.
And they don't.
Mm.
So your job, as particularly also if you're in access, you know that people might need a little nudging. People might need a little poking. People might need a little encouragement. So where are you not willing to be that potency, that catalyst of change that you truly be?
Okay.
So what if you were willing to make up all of those people, show them how beautiful they are, and be willing to actually be the nudge and poke? So where did you decide that? So how many points of views do you have about marketing, about selling, about what it means to attract clients? All of those things. And this could be a deeper conversation, but I would like you to look at, okay, what am I unwilling to receive here? Okay, guys, what are you unwilling to receive? Is this conversation make sense to anyone else, or is it only for Nino?
To me, to have experienced, similar.
Yeah, Puneet. Sorry, what?
It makes sense to me. I have experienced similar situations.
Yeah.
A lot of sense to me. I never understood that I can force my products or services on other people. But what you just said, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and so it's also about, so there are all of these elements there. What am I unwilling to receive here? Are you also willing to receive that money that is going to come to you if they convert into clients? Are you actually willing to receive that money? But if you have a point of view that money goes faster than it comes in, then that's exactly what you're creating with these clients. The moment they've paid you, it's come in, but now it has to go away sooner.
Yeah.
So you see how your point of view creates your reality. So everywhere you have a point of view that it goes out sooner than it comes in, which actually doesn't allow you to receive, will you destroy and uncreate all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online, shorts, boys, and beyond. So let's run the definition clearing unit. So how many definitions do you have of money? How many definitions do you have of it coming in or going out? How many definitions do you have of what you can create, what you can't create? And who did you buy them from? Are they even yours? So everything that is, all of that and everything underneath that, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So how are you doing now? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah?
Still more, I think, more of, clearing, I think I will need.
Yeah, that's exactly why we are doing it twice and why I'm going to be doing it every day. That's why it's not just one call. Not that I want to make a lot of money. Yes, I do. But it's also about contributing to you guys in a way that, just doing one call or doing it just one time doesn't contribute. Because every time you clear one point of view, there's something else underneath that. There's something else underneath that. There's something else underneath that. And that is why I still recommend that you have the money workbook with you when you're doing these calls. And so you can keep going through those points of view. We're going to actually want you to write them down so that we can clear it on the call. So when we have the calls, they're going to be about an hour and a half long calls where probably 20-25 minutes will be clearing stuff. And the other 1 hour will be reading or doing the tools from the book, which are also going to be there on audio every day. So you can start with, what is money and what does it mean to me? And how many points of views do I have that are not allowing me to receive? And then go pock and pot on all the definitions you've created of money. So how many definitions do you have about money that create the problems that you think you have with money, with receiving, with business, with clients? Because the moment you create definitions, which are the judgments that you have about money, the fixed points of views, that is the source point of creation of the problems. And when there is a problem, tell me, how much space do you have for possibilities to show up? None at all, right?
Yeah.
All the definitions that you have that you're using to create problems with or invent problems with, rather than actually asking for the possibilities to show up. Will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So just, do this little exercise that, what are the problems that I have with my business? What have I decided are the problems that I have with my business? Okay? And then look at them and say, okay, if this was not a problem, if there was a possibility here, what would I choose? What would I create? Right? So do this exercise, guys. After this call, probably take a piece of pen and paper and write it down and ask for every problem that you think you have with your business. Talking about the definitions there. And ask, okay, what are the possibilities here? Right? Cool. So let's take the next one. What is money? Money is joy. Awesome. And money is empowering. All right. Okay, so if money is joy, please tell me that if you don't have money, are you not joyful? Can you be joyful if you don't have money? Or are they interlinked? Or do you have to have money to be joyful? Or is it just a choice?
It's a choice.
Right, but do we believe it? No, right? Yeah. Renu says she can be, and this is Renu's point of view. Renu, you wrote that down. Money is joy and money is empowering. So what does that mean? So this is awesome. And yeah, it does. Totally. It adds more joy. But when we define money as the thing that creates joy for us, when you're saying what is money, and you're saying money is joy, that means somewhere you've misidentified and misapplied money as joy and money as something that will empower you. But it does not mean that if you don't have money, you can't be empowered, or if you don't have money, there's no joy. I've seen a lot of people who, when they start off, they're empowered to go and create so much in their lives, right? When they start to receive more and more money and they have this X amount in their banks, or they have this X amount, they know I have this X amount. Now they want to hold on to it. Now they don't want to spend. Now they they have this fear of losing it. And so they go to being this person that is not willing to spend a penny because they're scared that, oh, I'm going to lose it. And I have never understood that. Like, you could go ahead and create this awesome business, this awesome amount of money when you had nothing. You were so empowered. And now that you have more money with you, you have the point of view that is going to go away from you. So you want to hold on to it. And what does that create? Have you guys noticed anyone in your life like that? Have you seen people like that? I don't know if you have or you have not, but I have. And again, that is a point of view that there's a point of view there that might not show up again. And this is how, when we say, okay, money is this or money is that, and we think that if I'm saying a positive thing, it's great. Having money as joy, or having money as empowerment, or money as freedom, because somebody said freedom too. So tell me, does money really give you freedom? Or again, is freedom a choice? So in this particular situation, I'm just giving you one example, is money actually creates less of freedom sometimes if you have a point of view that is going to go away and that no more is going to come in. And how is that going to create more for you? Is it going to create more for you, or is it going to create less for you? Guys, at least please talk. It sounds like a monologue and I hate monologues.
Now we're here.
Yes, it is true.
All right. So we just have about 10 more minutes for this call, and I would really like to have your questions if you have any, if you really want to let go of any definitions, and I'm going to run the jails clearing here. So with the definitions clearing, and let's see what that creates, okay? So how many definitions, or what jails are you using to create the dominance of E is equal to MC square, to create the definitions in and of money that create the problems that do not allow you to receive? And everything that is, would you destroy and uncreate it all? Times of God 7. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Though no one said yes, I don't think you want to let go of any definitions. You guys like definitions. You want to hold on to your definitions. Cool, I don't have a problem. Hold on to it. Hold hard so that it doesn't go away. So how many definitions are you guys holding so hard onto that you don't even want to say yes to change it? Like,
most of the understanding about money, it comes with an understanding or the definition itself, isn't it? So I think with money, I do a lot of things with money, or that sometimes I kind of give over importance to money, or feel less of it, or the scarcity of it. And sometimes I also feel that if I have too much, maybe it will create a kind of personality around me which I do not want. So all these are the definitions which definitely I feel stops from receiving it, allowing it to come in my way.
Yeah.
So if I don't have a definition, I think it will be a kind of energy which is just flowing towards.
Yeah. If you don't have a definition, then you can actually receive money from anything and anywhere. Because along with all of these definitions, you also have definitions of what is money is. You have definitions around that, and then who you can receive it from, where it can come from, what is the right way to create it, what is not the right way to create it. Like Nino was talking, okay, I don't want to con people into giving me money.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if I talk about myself, it is more of okay, I need to earn money, meaning I need to do it in some form of service or something by which I earn it, and then only the money can come to me.
The earning.
So that's also a point of view which is strongly there.
Yeah.
So if it comes without me earning or deserving, then probably no, I do not connect with it.
Absolutely, I get it. So there is this tool in the money workbook which says that whenever need basically means lack, okay? Now, when you say I need to be earning, now how many points of view is like, does it feel light to you? Light and
No,
heavy.
it doesn't. It doesn't. It
Right?
feels.
It feels so contracted, and that is what the definitions do. They contract you, they limit you. So when you're saying, so let's look at what you said. You said, I think. I did you say I think or I need to? I need to be earning it. One, there is the point of view that I need, which is the lack. Then there is the deservability angle around it. That
Correct.
I have to earn it. And again, how many definitions do you have about what earning is? So you have to do certain specific things which mean earning.
Also, there is about deserving as well. Not just about earning. It's all about deserving as well.
Yeah, so earning, deservability, need, and all wonky, all twisted. Like you don't even know where the need is ending, where the deservability is starting, and then it does the points of view about earning. Then what kind of work can you do? Then who can you can take money from? Then do I actually deserve it? So do you deserve the air that you breathe? Really, you should be taking lesser breaths. By the way, you're using too much oxygen, Gayatri.
True.
Breathe less. You don't deserve it. Right? So it's funny, right? It's exactly like that with money. How ridiculous are we being when we think that we have to deserve it?
Right.
Right? So there's another tool which goes, okay, what is so dynamically funny about this point of view that if I could see it right now, would change it for me? Like when the moment you saw the ridiculousness of the point of view that you need to breathe less oxygen, it was like seriously, like it's hilarious.
So when the definition goes out of my consciousness completely, as breathing is not that I'm conscious of, and it just comes and it becomes an autopilot process.
It wouldn't go out of your consciousness. It will be present there, but you will not own it anymore if you're present. Because if it goes out of your consciousness.
No, I'm not saying about awareness. I'm saying conscious about, like, I'm defining it and deciding.
Yeah, defining it and owning it. Like somebody was saying at the beginning of the call that these are the kind of things that happen in this reality. Okay, that's the way it is. But I don't have to own it. Well, this is what these other people are choosing. So, okay, what can I choose to be or different, do or be different here?
Correct.
Right? And then sometimes, like you're saying, that sometimes it's so tricky because you tend to be sucked into it. You tend to be pulled into it. Like I was having a conversation right before this call with someone and we were talking about money. And it's so tricky that you get sucked into choosing things that other people are doing. And it happens with a lot of things. Like if someone's going and buying something, I feel, oh, I'll miss out on this, so I need to be doing this. And it happens a lot with access calls and access classes also.
Yes.
So many times we feel that if I'm not doing this, then I'll be missing out. And if I need to do this, this is constant whirring sound of whether it's buying a car, whether it's buying a new house, whether buying shopping for clothes, whether choosing a class or anything. It's that constant. This is probably that PTSD thing, which Gary calls and Dane call the PTSD of this reality, because there's always this thing of, oh, I'm going to miss out on something. The fear of missing out, the fear of I have to do this. And sometimes you don't even know why you have this thought. It's a tricky thing that just sucks you in. And then you just go and start working on autopilot.
Right.
That is that artificial intelligence thing that has been implanted and expanded on us. And we'll be talking more in detail about it on the calls also. We'll be clearing that stuff also. So how do you get rid of these things? And that is what the money workbook is, that you keep using the tools over and over and over and over and over again. And you don't know when it's going to go away. You don't know when new possibilities are going to start showing up, but you will not give up. Never give up, never give in, and never quit. I'm not going to quit till this stuff changes for me, is my point of view. Okay, I'm going through this and there's no wrongness. I have this thing going on in my head. I have this definition thing, but I have acknowledged it and I'm willing to change it. Now, what would it take for me to change? What can I do or be different here that would change it? And then it's your choice about choosing what would work for you. But do choose, guys. Choose something. Even if you're not choosing anything, make it about your choice. Well, I'm not choosing it. Not, I don't have the money, or I don't want to go there, or I don't have the time. Don't create excuses and justifications. Make it about you and make it about your choice. You not choosing something is also a choice. Correct? But when you make it about, I don't have enough money, I don't want to do this because and you go into these justifications, then you've already defined why you're not doing it, and you've made that a limitation which becomes true for you. And who are you hurting in the process? Who are you limiting in the process?
Self.
Yeah, yourself. Do you get that? So always make it about a choice. Make a choice, whatever it is. Choosing, not choosing, choosing to not choose is also a choice. Right? But that is something I haven't seen people do much. People don't do that. They'll create excuses and justifications for why they can't, what they can't, and eventually buy it themselves. And that is an eventuality. Like an eventuality is something that eventually will happen. I know I'm going to run out of money someday. I know I can never do this. So even if you create a little bit, it's going to run away. It's going to just get wasted somewhere. So you have to be really, really conscious with money is what I've seen. It is something that you can create just like the air that you breathe. Like if you feel suffocated in a particular place, you'll probably just walk out to a place which has fresher air. Will you make it about deservability? Will you make it about no? Your body will tell you that I want fresh oxygen. You'll probably take a trip to the Himalayas, or you'll walk out a garden, or you'll go out to a place. If you see smoke somewhere, will you keep standing in that place, or you'll just walk out and go someplace where you can breathe? Right? So why can't you do that with money? When you see that a certain situation is not creating enough for you, well, just walk out and create another. Walk out and go someplace else. Do something else. Why does it have to be about you that I can't? Why do you make it about I can't? There's nothing you cannot do. So everywhere you have definitions about what you can and you can't, which are basically just lies. You keep just yeah? No?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Your voice.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online shorts, boys and beyonds. So we're going to be doing this a lot more, guys. I'm sorry, I'm running out of time. So I'll just quickly look at what are the other things that you guys have put in here about money. Money is always topmost in wish list. Wish list. Fantasy land. So how many fantasies do you have about money? And the conversation that we just had, where I was just about to say that you have to be willing to be very, very present with money. And you will not be able to do the workbook if you're not willing to be more conscious and more present with money. It is a commitment that you make. All right, I'm willing to be more present with money. And that starts with you looking at how much are you creating right now? How many of you know how much you're creating right now? On a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, on a 6 monthly basis, do you know how much money is actually coming in? Actually.
Yes.
In cash, in the bank, to the exact figure. You don't.
So as far as me earning money, I'm sure I am aware.
Right. How many times are you gifted with things that are money actually? So when you have a definition about what money is, you're not even looking at what gifts you already have that are money. What gifts do come to you that are money? Because you have a definition. Ki money yahi hai. Nothing else can be money. Like somebody you meet down the road giving you a hug changes your energy in a way that you might just go and find another client because now your energy has changed. But if you're not willing to see that this is not, that if you have a definition, then definition by itself is a limitation. Beyond that, it's like you're wearing blinders, like horses wear blinders. So, okay, only this is money, only this is money. And so even if you have $100 million right outside this definition, you wouldn't be able to see it. You see? So how many of you already have money in your life, haven't even been willing to see? That you've just put on your wish list, but you're not willing to acknowledge that, oh, I have this and I can create this and this is mine. It's me. All right. So one tool from the money workbook that you can start with. I am money. I am power. I am awareness. And I'm control. And I'm creativity. And I am money. So if you start to say these 5 things in the morning and in the evening, and we'll go into detail of what does power mean to you, what does awareness mean to you, and clear the points of view that you have about all of these things, what they actually are, and how you can use these to create more money for you. Okay, something that we're going to be doing, right? So start with that. And when money is spoken, it brings a tension between any relationship. Oh, I think Geetu was talking about that, and I think I've already addressed that. Do you have any more questions relating to that? In the beginning of the call, you're talking about, is it the same thing or is it something different, Neenu? When money is spoken, it brings a tension between any relationship? Was it the same conversation we were having?
I couldn't hear her very well, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
When money is spoken, it brings out. So what do you mean when you say that?
See, when you talk about, see, I wanted to have partnership with my sister, or every time my brother-in-law says that money brings spoils the relations with family, or if you lend somebody money and the person doesn't want to return, and it feels like you have not helped, but you are the person is running away from you because he doesn't want to return.
Yeah,
So
don't lend money.
everywhere there is a different definition, but yes, it creates some of the other kind of tension and separation kind of a thing with relations.
So what is your question?
My question is that money. Yeah, this was my answer to what is
What
money.
is money? All right. Okay. So
Yeah.
here, when you say all of this, can you ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what your question is.
No question. I don't have a question here.
So if you had a question, what would it be?
My question would be, why is money the tension? The reason of being the tension.
Okay. First thing, why is never a question. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You ask why, you kind of tend to go in a loop. You kind of just tend to revolve around the same thing, like it doesn't give you an answer. So would you like to reframe the question?
What is it about money which creates tension?
It's the same thing. Okay.
So I don't know how to do
Okay,
it.
so again, it's the definitions that you have about money that you think are creating the tension. What I was talking about, that the definition create the problems. So if you have a definition that this is what's going to happen, then you're really not being present. So like lending money is like, okay, like Gary says, never lend money. And I've stopped lending money after that because yes, once the person, if you want somebody to go away from you, then give them money. Okay.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. That
It's not about money again. It is
Okay.
about how people behave around money.
Okay.
It's not. So everywhere you guys have given money this evil thing of money is the root cause of all evil, or money creates this, or money causes tension. Will you please just destroy and uncreate all times of Godzilla? Right
Yes.
on Hot Online Shorts, Boys and Beyond. Because if you have that point of view that money is the root cause of all evil, are you ever going to allow yourself to have money? Do you guys want to be evil?
No.
Well, you have to be willing to be evil, which is a whole long conversation, which I'm not having now, but well. But well, for now, what if you see that if you have the point of view that money is evil and it is the root cause of blah blah, then will you actually allow yourself to receive it?
Yeah.
So what would work for you better if you did not have any points of views with money? And like I said, be so present with it to know that, okay, if I give this money to this person, will it create a greater reality, or will it decay my future, or will it create my future?
So
And
that's
then,
what you mean by being present with money?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you need to be present with money for. This is just one of the things.
Like
For example, you got to be present with how much you're creating, how much you would like to create.
Okay.
What would your future be like 5 years from now?
Okay.
How much money would you like to be receiving 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? And what can I do or be here to create this? Then that commitment. So unless you're present, you will not know what you're creating. You will not know what you would like to create. You're not asking those questions.
Okay.
Going into this point of view that I don't have enough, that clients go away from me, that this is happening. Okay, so this is happening. Okay, so what points of views do I have here that need to change? What can I do to change them? How present can I be? Is everyone doing this with me? Not really. Because right now you believe certain things about this situation also, which are not entirely true. There are so many truths and lies you've lumped together.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, it will clear up over time if you keep asking the questions.
Okay.
You have to be clear about what's the truth here, what are the lies here, and then if these are the lies, then how many definitions have I used to create this lie, right? And how can I change this? And then run the clearing statement on it, walk and put your points of views on it, then use the tools. There are so many other money tools that you can use with these points of views. And so when you're present with a situation, when you're present with money, then you know, okay, this is not changing. I need to use a tool here. Okay, not need. I don't need to. I have a choice. Do I want to change it? Do I really want to change it? And so many times you'll see that there are times when you don't want to change it because there is this addiction to this reality. So, oh, cool. Now I see that I don't even want to change it. Oh, fantastic. Now, what's it going to take for this to change? See, that's what I mean when I say be present with everything going on in your life. Be present with money. Be present with your creations. And again, what would it take for this to actualize? Is more conversation we're going to have on creation and actualization too, because we have this huge misconception on what creation is and what actualization is. Creation is basically the moment you've asked for something, it gets created. It's there. But for it to actualize in your universe, you need to be asking different questions. You keep saying, what is going to take for this to be created? It's already been created. And universe says, I've already created it for you. And you're like, okay, what would it take for this to be created? It is created. So ask a different question. If it's not showing up, don't say the tools are not working. You're not asking the right question. What different questions?
What are the tools for actualizing?
That you'll have to join the program for, because those are like huge. I would have loved to give them to you now. But like I said, there are so many, and the simplest of it is what is going to take for this to actualize.
Yeah.
Okay. So just keep asking the questions. And really, guys, I personally feel that the money workbook has been a huge contribution to me, because even once you've done it, you have the tools with you, and those tools you can use with any situation. It's not only about clearing your points of view now, it's also about asking the questions, because once you've cleared the energies and you're not asking questions, you're not asking to create further, you're not making those choices, then nothing more can come in your life. You've cleared off stuff, agreed, that space is there. Now what do you do with that space? So then you start to use the tools to create, to actualize. And like I said, the simplest of them is, okay, what would it take for this to actualize? But you have to get the difference between creation and actualization. Right? So, anything else here that I've missed out on? Any question have I missed out on? Money is wish list I've taken. Joy, empowering. Current. What do you mean current? Money is current?
Meaning it's flowing. It's there and it's a flow.
Yeah, it's a current. Okay, bye. All right. So yeah, so that's fantastic. If it's a current, then you can receive it and you can let it go. And you have to be willing to let it go, guys, too. Unless you're willing to let it go, no more can come to you. Like I said, if you want to hoard it all, then you have operating from the point of view that there is a lack somewhere. And then that is exactly what is going to get created, right? Yeah, so I think we've done almost all questions here. And one more question. Vilma says, I'm never about to get what money is. Vilma, you want to elaborate on that? I don't understand what you mean.
No. Okay. What? 1 second. I don't know if I can hear, you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Of course I can.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was a typo. I'm not able to get what money is. Like, I feel that, I feel the need to keep on figuring it out. As in, I create it, I'll do the money workbook. I feel I need to be constantly doing something to create the money. I need to keep on figuring it out. I need to keep on thinking about it.
So is that
there's a lot of
is that yours?
This thing. Like, maybe I'll do the money workbook. I'll create some money, then I'll end up spending it. I'll be back to square one. Again, I'll have to do the money workbook. So now it's like, I'm bored of doing this also. How do I change that?
You have to do it, okay? It's not that you have to do something. This is that the conversation that I was just having about being present with money. So how present are you with money now? You don't have to keep going on doing it. Once you have the tools, you can use them over and over again, and they will show up differently. You don't have to force yourself to do anything that is not light for you. Please don't do it. If it's not light for you, you shouldn't do it. It's not going to create the result you're asking for. You get it? The point here is how present are you willing to be with money? And if you're willing to be present, then are you willing to see that if all of this is feeling so dense to you, so heavy to you, is it even yours?
No, it isn't. It definitely isn't.
So if it isn't, then have you tried returning it to sender?
Yes, loads of times. Like, I always ask myself, who am I being here? Yeah. And I realize I am being my mom all the time. Yeah. So I keep on doing the biomimetic mimicry process and the body process. I do it a lot for my mom's financial pathways. Okay. I keep on returning it to sender. I create a lot of money. I don't have an issue with creating or actualizing money. It's just that it's always in a cycle. I'll create it, actualize it, spend it, finish it, and then I'm back to square one where, there's anxiety, and then I have to pick myself up again and, probably do something like, I have to do access, like do the money workbook, do a money call and do something, and I have to keep figuring it out. And I have pocked and potted this also a lot of times.
Pocked and potted what?
Pocked and potted the need to figure out constantly where the money will come from, what to do to get money, what to do to change my energies around money, and blah blah blah, and it keeps happening. So like I've done a couple of sessions with a couple of people about how to become money workbook. I have gone through a lot of YouTube links. I have facilitated myself over it. And it's not that I do not create or actualize. I create and actualize phenomenally. I'm an amazingly potent creator.
Brilliant.
However, there are these times when I come back to square one. So now when I, like, for example, when I saw this thing about the money workbook, I have, right now I'm in a situation where I'm trying to figure out what money is and, what do I do now to create it again. So I was like, should I do this? And then I don't know, I wasn't getting a clear answer. So I really don't know what is this.
You shouldn't
what
do
is going on.
anything that you don't want to. One, I would say, don't do anything. Don't do it. Ask, is it going to create a better future for me? Is this choice going to create my reality, or create my future, or decay my future? Is a fantastic question by Dane 1. But can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Do you really want to change this? Truth.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Major. Yes, definitely. I want a definite
definitions. Okay, let me ask you this. How many definitions do you have around this? How many problems? Okay, so there's a problem that you've created here. Can you see that? Have you created a problem around trying to figure it out, trying to do the right thing? Now, whenever there's a problem created, there is a definition there. So if I ask you, what definitions do you have around money, around doing, around figuring it out, that are not allowing this to change? And whether or not you can cognitively perceive them right now, will you destroy and uncreate them all? Times of Godzilla. Will you?
Please. Yes, that released a lot. Yes.
Yeah. So all the definitions that you guys have, not only Wilma, all of us, that we have about, that you have about money, about figuring out money, because money in this reality needs a lot of figuring out. It's never been about choice. Whenever it comes to money, it's not about choice. It's always about trying to figure out, trying to do the right thing. So all of that you have around doing rather than being, that requires you to figure it out, because being will not require you to figure it out. Doing will always require you to figure it out. And if you guys notice, she kept on saying doing.
Yes.
So how many definitions do you have that do not allow you to be? Everything bad is, did you define uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what jails run these two? What jails are you using to create the definitions that do not allow you to be? That do not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive. And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Times of
Yes, please.
Good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Does that help? So run these two and then see what works for you. If it's light, choose it. If not, don't choose it. Trust yourself, trust your awareness, okay?
Yeah, it's always light. Whenever I ask, will this class create more for me? Will this class contribute? It always does. Just the thing is that this constant need to do this class and do this, and money always being a sticking point. That's something I wish to change.
Two clearings. I've given you 2 clearings.
Yes, I will.
Run them for a few hours today and see what changes by evening. You still have time till tomorrow night to join in, because I'm going to be doing the first call tomorrow night. If you still feel light about joining in, you can join in.
Yes.
Don't make it about this need of doing it right now, right away. And if you don't do it, you're going to miss out on something. Always ask a question.
Yes, I always have this missing out thing when I'm choosing classes. I feel, oh, if I don't
Okay,
do it
one
now-
second. Stop.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
When you're listening to the recording of this call, if you do, and every time you talk, listen how many times you make statements rather than ask questions. I have this need to do. I have to do. I have. When you say I have, you have owned it. You're not asking, is this mine? Is it yours or your mother's?
Oh, it's
How
my mom.
much do you love your mother that you don't want to let this go? Because if you let it go, then it would mean that you don't love her anymore. So how many definitions of love do you have that make you keep on holding on to the need to figure out, to justify, to create this around money because it's hers and you love her and you care for her and you have to prove it? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Everything that is and everything underneath that, will you please destroy and uncreate it all right now?
Yes.
Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, poor and pork, online shorts, boys and beyond. So stop saying I have. You don't have anything. It's not yours. All right?
Yes.
Cool. So play with this. Start looking at every statement as okay, am I making a conclusion here? Am I coming to a definition here? Or is this a question? Observe what's coming out of your mouth.
Yes.
It's going to change. Okay. And run these two clearings and then let me know what happens. Okay.
Sure. I will.
Awesome.
Thank you so
So
much.
last question. You're so welcome. Kanika, you want to ask a question?
Yeah.
We see you.
Yeah, Shweta, hi.
Hello.
Shweta, every time there's a money workbook call or a session happening, I never end up choosing it.
That's interesting. Have you done the money workbook?
Yeah, I do have the money workbook, but I've never done it even once fully. I've done it half time, but I've never done it once fully.
Yeah, because it's about receiving. Because once you do it, you'll have to receive, no? You don't want to receive, do you?
Receive what, money?
Whatever. You tell me what you want to receive and what you don't want to receive. How many definitions you have about what you're going to receive, what you're not going to receive? How many definitions you have about receiving?
Right now, if the money workbook is there, then definitely receiving with money, not particularly with anything else, but yeah, receiving money.
Oh, then you're talking about your definitions about money, talking about your definitions about receiving money.
Mm-hmm. So, Shweta, my question is,
Yeah.
As such, money has never been an issue with me.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's always this constant that I need to earn. It's like always. I need to earn for the money to be mine.
Yeah.
It's not like I borrowed it from my husband or from my family or whatever. It's like since I have not earned it, so it's not my money. You know. So it's funny, and there's never a lack in the sense I don't operate from lack, but it's always this constant thought of it's not my money because I've not earned it. Even if I earn it, it's not that much as my husband earns it.
Yeah.
So how can I get rid of this point of view?
Oh, by doing the money workbook. Do the money workbook, because it is all about the points of money. What is money? What does money mean to you? What does money feel like to you? What does money taste like to you? Because these are all the points of views that we have about money, and they go into a lot of depth of like there's this guy called Rasputin who Gary was channeling, and that is how this money workbook got created in the first place. And he's gone into so much of depth of what are the points of views that we take from, where it gets trapped in your body. Like when you talk about money, and you talk about a lot of money, like do you feel something in your body? Does it feel like when you have to pay a huge bill? Like what happens? How does your body react? And there are all of these points of view which we were talking about all this time, about deservability, about earning, about when you have all of these definitions around money, it's really about, and it keeps you trapped in this. Look, recently I've discovered it's like the hamster wheel. You've seen these little hamsters that are on the wheel. They keep going round, 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 and then the other one will come and he'll push this one away, and this one will climb as if they're going to get somewhere. And I'm like, they're not getting anywhere. They're still in that cage on that hamster wheel. They think they're getting somewhere. So how many of us are being hamsters on hamster wheels, thinking that we're getting somewhere with money, that you have to keep doing? That is actually the post-traumatic stress disorder of this reality, because that's how this reality functions around money. So now that Diwali is coming, when New Year's comes up, when Diwali comes up, if you're going shopping or even if you're sitting at home, how many of you have this point of view that I don't have enough? Oh my God, I want to buy this and I don't even have enough. What if you stop? Do you have these points of views, or have you never noticed?
No, with me, okay, no, with me, I don't have enough is never been a point of view. But yeah, it's not my money is a point of view, which I reiterate again.
And again, it's your point,
Yeah.
point of view about my money, his money, their money.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
can see only your money. And there has to be definitions of how it has to come to you. Like Gayatri was saying, it has to come in a particular way. I have to earn it.
Yeah.
So when you have my money and your money, then can you receive from everyone and anything from the molecules of the universe, really? Like if each and every molecule of the universe wants to give to you,
Mm.
and like Gayatri says that you can actually cherry pick.
Yeah. No wonder I've never done it like even once, the money workbook.
It's about the universe is there. It's like this huge cherry tree that is gifting you. It's like, does the tree ask you whether you deserve it or not? Whether a rich person is picking it up, or a thief is picking it up, or a murderer is picking it up, or just does it just give?
It just gives.
It gives, and you can pick up. But when the universe is, it's like being energetically congruent with your asks, you're asking for something to show up. But because you have these points of view, and it can be a point of view about anything, plus there are these overlapping points of views. Like if you have a point of view about my money, his money, then you have a point of view about receiving, who you can receive from, who you can't receive from, how it has come to you. Then there are these issues of deservability. And I don't know where all of this leads to, because underlying there's something else, underlying that is something else, underlying that is something else. You see?
So is this again a definition that I have made it very solid that my money, yeah, these are all definitions, right?
Yeah.
And I'm operating from this limitation.
Yeah. Are you not?
I am. Constantly I'm operating.
Right? Or is it like this constant whirring in your head all the time that you can't stop the thoughts? It's like constantly there are times when I've noticed, even I go into this constant whirring of calculations, with stupid amounts. Like even if it's like a very small amount or a very big amount, it doesn't matter. It's these calculations, and I can't even come to the right figure, even with simple. There are these certain times, and then I have to stop myself and ask, like, who am I really being here? What's going on? Because so many times you just tap into other people's thoughts, their lack of money, their deservability, their mine and yours and his.
Yeah.
Are you an infinite being, or are you a limited being? Are you defined, or are you infinite? And if you're infinite, then is there any limitation to whoever's money? I'll have whoever's money. I don't mind. Give it. I'll have it. But if somebody comes and gives it to you, you won't receive it.
Yeah, because I have not earned it.
On top of that, you have this point of view that, I don't have any issues. I don't have any lack, really. But when you have a point of view that I don't have any issues with money, what are you covering up with that point of view? But you wouldn't be saying it if you didn't have any issue with money.
Absolutely.
The fact that you're saying it means you're trying to prove a point, not to anyone else, but to you, and you keep repeating it to yourself. So what are you trying to hide? What point of view are you trying to hide that with this point of view? So there are these defined points of view that you use to hide the underlying points of view, so that those don't change. And then these patterns keep repeating over and over and over again, creating the PTSD or the loop or the Mobius strip of money. So how many of you do that? And everything that is, would you destroy and create?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, online shorts, boys and beyond. So, well, this is what we're going to be doing. Talking a lot about all these underlying points of view, or the points of views, or the meanings of money. Then, and obviously, you have the money workbook. If you don't want to choose this, you can go through the money workbook, use the tools, and change it. Right? Or join me, because I'm an awesome facilitator. I know that. I can help you uncover a lot of points of view that you can't see yourself. And I'm willing to acknowledge that I'm actually brilliant with this stuff. I've been working on it for some time, and a lot has shifted for me. So, well, what do you want
to do? Better. There's another question. We do these money energy pool. Remember, you'd started this money energy pool, and some other facilitators had also started this.
Yeah.
So I was under the impression that after doing this, I'll earn abundance. I'll have lots of money showing up, but it didn't happen.
You did the money pools and it didn't happen?
No.
Okay, so what are you unwilling to choose? It's not about the tools. Like I said, if the tools are not working, then what other questions do you need to be asking? What else could you be choosing that you're not choosing? What else could you be asking for that you're not asking for? What else could you be receiving that you're not willing to ask for? And you have a lot of problem receiving, Kanika, no?
Yeah, after talking to you.
Yeah, so pock and pot your definition, all the definitions that you have about receiving, pock and pot those. And keep asking, what else can I choose? What else? Okay, there's this awesome question. This is the last one I'm giving out to you guys. This is a free intro call. Come on. So this is about what else can I add to my life? Seems like a very simple question,
Yeah.
but it has a lot of connotations to it. So if you start playing with that, it's going to add to your life. What else? It's not about adding in the sense not doing things. Adding can also be about being, about receiving. What else can I add to my life? It's not like you add another TV or a piece of furniture to your room or another class to your thing, or maybe it could be one of these things too. But it could also be about receiving. It could also be about choosing different. When you start to ask, what else can I add to my life that would allow this to change? Then you start to shift. Yes, you need to do this.
Yeah.
And keep using the tools till something shifts, guys. Sometimes some tools you use for a little while and you're just on the verge of changing something and you think it's not working and you give up. Don't do that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, Kanika?
Yeah.
So you know the tools, a lot of them, and
Thanks for specifying that what can I add is not the physical thing per se, but it could be
it
just energy.
could also be. I'm saying it could also be a physical thing.
It could be. Yeah.
It could be, but the problem is that when we say what can I add to my life, because of when I started doing this tool in the beginning, it was always about what else can I do. Always
Yeah.
about.
So
Till
right now, what came up when you said what can I add to my life could be what another business venture can I add, or who some something
saying that
yeah,
it does
again.
not have to be a business venture. It does not have to be something that you do because we
Yeah,
always
that's
make it about something that I have to do.
hmm.
It could be about doing, but I'm more so talking with you in particular about receiving.
Hmm.
So what else can I be here that I'm unwilling to be? And when I say, so that's what I was saying, that when I started doing this tool in the beginning, it was always about something that I had to do in this reality because it's a do reality. People think you have to do something to create money. People, so many times there's an energy that you're unwilling to be. That the moment you're willing to be it, suddenly clients will start pouring in. Suddenly people will start choosing what you're doing. Suddenly you'll have a lot more of your money, Kanika.
Shweta, one last thing. When is the when is this class happening? When is it starting?
Money workbook starting today evening. I'm going to be starting the WhatsApp group today, and every day I'm going to be putting up an audio tool. So you'll have one in the morning, and maybe more than one or one definitely. And then there are going to be 5 calls. The first call is tomorrow evening. We'll be having 2 calls on Monday nights, alternate Monday nights, and one on 8th July, which is a Sunday afternoon, and 2 on Thursday nights at 9 p.m.
So
Right?
this is the first money workbook, right, or the advance?
No, the first one, the How to Become Money workbook.
How to become money? Okay.
Yeah. So Mondays, Thursday nights, and 1 call on Sunday afternoon. And I think now, after talking to you guys, thank you. I think I have more clarity on what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be like a 1.5 hour call where half an hour I think we require to pock and pot our points of views. We're going to be doing a lot of clearings with definitions, with PTSD, with artificial intelligence, whatever else shows up with with blah blah. Really, like whatever shows up. And the other times I'm going to be facilitating the questions. So we'll be doing 1 question a day or 2 questions a day on the audio group. And then I will be facilitating all of those once every week. So we're going to be doing it twice. So all 13 questions in 1 week, facilitate that on the call. And then again, facilitate that and clearing. So that's how I'm planning it now. But you don't know what else shows up when we start doing it actually. Right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see what shows up. There's all of these interesting conversations on money that I've been having with myself and with people and all these calls. So let's see.
Thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye. See you guys. And yeah, you guys got a link to my newsletter because if you want the recording, then I have to have your email addresses. So you have to sign up so that I can send you the recording. And you have to be receiving some emails from me. And well, there is some interesting stuff that I'm going to be sending out in July, right? Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.